It's Tuesday, and that means it's time now for our weekly Hot Jobs Report.
That's right. It's brought to you by Workforce Solutions of the Coastal Bend. Beginning in Alice, where a pediatric dental assistant is needed, applicants must have at least 1 year experience with 2 years of schooling. Pay starts at $15 an hour with benefits.
In Corpus Christi, there's an opening for a parts service clerk with the pay range between $16 and $19 an hour with benefits. Tasks include working with customers and stocking or delivering parts.
Also in Corpus Christi, a posting for an optometric assistant. Applicants should have 2 years experience and will be helping the optometrist with examinations and corrective procedures. Record keeping is also required. Pay begins at $13 an hour.
And there's a need for a human resources assistant in Corpus Christi. Applicants are required to have at least 3 years experience and a high school diploma. Pay ranges from $16 to $19 an hour.
And finally, in Kingsville, a heating, ventilation, and air conditioning installer is needed. Candidates should have a year of experience and will be responsible for installing, servicing, and repairing HVAC systems. A certification pay rate ranges from $15 to $25 an hour. To
learn more about these and other jobs, contact Workforce Solutions of the Coastal Bend. A look at what's coming up on 3 News at 6 o'clock is next.